Hi everyone, it's Autumn. Today is October 30th, and a week from today is the 2012 presidential election. The following are interviews with people that are around the same age as I am, and please keep in mind that even though we are young, we are still entitled to our political opinion, and even though we are still in high school, some of us are able to vote.
Basically, tell me what your opinions on the candidates are. Like, just tell me what you think of Obama. What do you think of Romney?
I hate both of them. If I had to choose, none of them would actually be legible. Because first of all, we have Obama, who's basically turning us into Europe and putting us into debt more than we have Mitt Romney, who's going to be setting us back on civil rights for homosexual people, for women's rights, everything, by a long time. So neither of them are any good. We have Obama, who's already put us trillions of dollars in debt. And I have to say, despite the fact I'm not for the Republicans at all, Mitt Romney seems like a better candidate for the economic plan because his ideas will actually get us out of the debt quicker, and his economic plan would actually be far more efficient than that of Obama's.
I'm backtracking. So when it comes to Obama and Romney, you want really neither of them. You want someone else. And if I'm getting that correctly, would you go third party if you could vote? Because I know you're a tad younger than me and not able to vote, because I'm not able to vote either.
Yeah, definitely. I'd definitely go for someone that had different views than either of them, perhaps even combined views, but something more along the libertarian lines where small government is influenced the most without large governmental decisions such as extreme health care and governmental support for every situation you can think of.
So, would you say that you would go for someone like Ron Paul?
Yeah, I would. I would go for someone leaning towards libertarian views, which Ron Paul is a libertarian, which will be a perfect candidate and excellent person to be running at this time in history. So, yeah, definitely.
What I tend to think is that America is not ready for a third party, even though a third party would be wonderful and would help straighten out a bunch of the problems when it comes to not being able to work with the other side, the other team. There's a bunch of partisanship that's going on that's really destructive because of it's more like we decided to say it's me versus you instead of we're all in this together. Problem. But the thing is that it's, balance is what's key in government, and even though we're having a civilized discussion, we need to actually have our politicians being able to do the same thing, where they can just say, hey, this is what I think what's best for America, and I think this is how we should accomplish it, and lay it all out there on the table, and actually, look each other in the eye, be respectful, but be very firm when it comes to standing up for what you believe in, but being able to shake hands and not have your hands be dirtied by, people in the special interest groups, just by actually doing what's right.
What needs to happen is basically instead of these little petty discussions that the candidates are having, oh, rights this, oh, this, that, they need to start arguing about actual problems in America, such as the banking systems, the taxes, where most of the time you're going to hear reports, you're going to have people gauging their votes off of who supports gay marriage or who doesn't, which is obviously going to be a problem for America, but that's basically how they're winning votes. They're not winning votes by actual civilized discussions where they're talking about things that need to be fixed. They're winning discussions by talking about things that they want voters to hear so that they get more votes. Like you said, they need to have civilized discussions where they talk about actual issues in America.
Who do you think is going to be actually elected?
No shadow of a doubt. I just have this gut feeling that 100% that Romney is going to be elected. I think it's going to be almost a close vote, but I think that Romney's going to have a higher vote counting than Obama does by quite a bit, considering that most of America has become a Bible-thumping. It's like the Bible Belt has grown. The virus of the Bible Belt has expanded to places where it shouldn't have expanded. So most likely, Romney's going to be elected this year.
All right, thank you so much for your opinions.
Did you see the picture about the hats? Where Romney had the hats all made for his people? Well, the hats were all made in China. Obama had the same exact hats that were done, but they were all made in the U.S. It says right on the plate. That's pretty funny.
I mean, I agree that Romney's a businessman, and he's probably going to play America like Monopoly. But that's kind of what we need. We don't need a president who wants us to be mainly a socialist country. And you've seen how other countries have ended up with their socialist agenda, like Spain and Italy. They've all ended up bankrupt. That's what Obama's trying to do to us. That I don't think he wants to bankrupt us. I think he just thinks it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying Obama's a bad guy. He's just trying to do the job. What? You don't trust Romney? No one does. I don't like either candidate, but I just don't want Obama.
I have a question. If you're against socialism, well, pretty much we're in a public school where that's kind of a socialist idea.
I hate school, so.
Well, okay, your house catches on fire. Do you want people to actually come and put your house out?
Yeah, the government does that for you.
Yeah,
So
and
that's not entirely socialist. They're really doing you a favor.
right. But that's what socialism kind of is.
That's the good part of socialism. The bad part of socialism is handouts, like welfare. People abuse that every day.
Am I the only person that when I first read Rick Santorum's name thought it was a Rick Scrotum? Rick Scrotum has now won the public debate.